Welcome to Lifestyles with Terry Lynn. Happy Labor Day. I hope you had the whole day off and get to relax and enjoy these last days of summer with your family on a picnic or whatever you're doing. I'm up early and I got prepared for the no-bake cookies. Something my mom did years ago back in the late 70s. I believe I was in my first year of high school or something, and I thought, well, these are fantastic. And let's get to it, okay? Because it takes a little time, and this whole video is going to be about the cookies, no-bake cookies. They are super healthy compared to store-bought cookies, that's for sure. And they're gluten-free, as long as the oats are gluten-free. And in this case, I'm not sure, but these oats, that they don't bother me. They came from Aldi. That's where I buy my oatmeal, because you get a huge box for a really good price. And in fact, we're getting low on it. We don't have too much more than this right here. Okay, I'm going to get right to it. Get on the counter there. Hold on just a moment. Okay, my mom gave me this recipe years ago, and it's been rewritten on pieces of paper over the years. I just wrote it on an index card. And so I don't know where it came from, but this was from years ago. All right, then. Let's begin with the sugar. And it takes, I make it a full recipe. Now, normally, I only make half a recipe because there's only 2 of us that live here. And I would actually put them on this smaller pan and into the freezer to cool. And that really helps them, move them along. But we're not going to use this small pan because we're making a full recipe, which for me, this is a double batch. So that we'll have some stored in the freezer for future use, and in case some company comes by, my daughters or my grandkids, and so they can enjoy some no-bake cookies, which are absolutely delicious and taste like candy, by the way. Okay then, but they are much healthier than candy. Let's get to it. I need 2 cups of sugar, and that goes directly into the cooking pan, as you can see. 2 cups of sugar. The next ingredient is 1/4 cup of cocoa. And guess what kind I used? Hershey's. I believe it's the best. I've tried cheaper brands or other brands, and they're just not as good as Hershey's. By the way, if anyone's been to Hershey, Pennsylvania, please let me know. I've been wanting to go there for years. I would love to see Hershey, Pennsylvania, and the chocolate factory. Okay, then. And then the next ingredient is 1/2 cup of milk. As soon as you put that in, you turn it on. Turn on the stove. Okay, on medium heat. You also, let's see, the margarine, 1/2 cup of margarine, which is 1 stick. Now, if you want to use butter, I'm sure that's fine also. Then you get a heavy-duty spoon to use on the stove, like this one right here that Dan's had for years. It used to be blue, and I guess it faded over years. Now, this part of it's green. Okay, these other ingredients, they go in later. So we need to start stirring. Here, let me adjust this for a moment. I just want to give you a glimpse of what I'm stirring in the pot. These ingredients. The first 4 ingredients. And so you melt the margarine or butter, whatever you're using. After it's completely melted, you lightly boil. It says 1 minute. I always do at least 2 minutes. Because if you don't, they don't seem to hold together as well. Okay. So this is, like I said, healthier than store-bought cookies for sure. And now oatmeal cookies are very healthy. You put raisins in them, nuts in them. Those are healthy ingredients. Oatmeal cookies. What other kind of cookies? Peanut butter cookies. My mom used to make some killer peanut butter cookies. Those are healthy also. But the only thing that's not healthy would be the margarine, I would say. It's not exactly healthy. But you need a fat to go into to hold the cookies together. Yeah. But the peanut butter is a healthy ingredient, and it really does a good job holding the cookies together, I believe. When we first tried this as kids, we thought, boy, this is candy. We just thought it was candy. Yeah, we thought it was candy because it tasted like candy, like some kind of chocolate bar or something. But it's just a no-bake cookie that usually turns out good every time. I always had trouble with them if I didn't put them in the refrigerator or freezer right away. That's the best thing to do, to chill them very quickly. Okay, now I have parchment paper in a sheet pan. So that's how, because you're going to drop them by spoonful. Okay, now this is starting to boil. Okay, let me show you. It's boiling. Yay! That's what I always do, 2 minutes. Okay. So we'll wait. I'll time it here on the OSU clock. About 22 after, according to this. 22 after 8. Should be ready. Show you another. See, it's boiling. Now you turn off your heat. You add your oats and peanut butter. The oats, 3 cups. And I'll have this recipe under the details for you. And the peanut butter is half a cup. Half a cup of peanut butter. I always use creamy. If you want to use nuts, that's fine. Peanut butter with nuts. I haven't bought that in years. Everyone just seems to like, my kids, they just like the creamy peanut butter better. And it's less of a choking hazard for small children and older adults, I believe. Just stir it like that. We're going to add vanilla also. Where's my measuring spoon? Oh, I knew something was going to go haywire. Okay. A teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. Okay, just stir it. Now this part, it's the fun part, but it can be messy. You got to be careful. You just use a regular spoon like this. A large soup spoon. Okay. And just stir it around real good. Oh, a little salt. A little sprinkle of salt. Set a pinch. Okay. I want a little more here. There's something about sweet and salty. Salty and sweet. Just stir it around. See? Stirring it around. Now you just spoon them out to good sized pieces and put them on the parchment paper. Okay. I don't have any music, so I think I'm going to put this on pause. And you'll see the whole thing filled up in just a moment or so, or a few seconds probably. Okay, I've got a whole sheet pan filled up with no-bake cookies. And then another one, because it made a lot more than I thought it would. Or I made them, some of these I made smaller than I normally do. Then towards the end, I made them very, very large. If you make them small, it's going to take more time. And most people, if you make them small, they're going to eat 2. So if you make them large, they'll just eat 1. Or some people make 3 or 4. but they're rich, so you don't want to eat too many at once. Anyway, the pan, here's what this looks like. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's some left. That's going to be my cookies for the day. I'm just going to lick that pan. I'm not going to let that go to waste. And I scraped it out pretty good. It gets on the spoon, and it does make a little bit of a mess. Okay, the next step is to put these in the freezer. But you know what? They're starting to harden already. My God, I can't believe this. I'm so excited. I never thought this would happen. Hey, just wait a moment. As it turns out, I do not have to put these in the freezer. They've already hardened enough where I'll put some in the freezer all right for future use. But if you let them sit out long enough, and maybe the weather conditions, maybe we have lower humidity today or something, but normally years ago, they would not hold together very well for me, and I always had to refrigerate them. But now I see they're working out very well. Okay then. And here's the other batch, and it still has a while to go to cool. You just let them cool. And then after they're completely cool, maybe if you put them on a rack, I have a small rack here. That might help the process along. Okay, I'll put this one on a rack to cool, and then I'll put the next one. So I more or less did them in a batch and a half. Oh, just a moment. Okay, this batch is almost completely cool. I put it over here on another table. Here's what they look like. Yay! The other batch can cool on that rack over there. It's just, so what it took was, it didn't take 2 full sheets, but it took 1 large sheet and a smaller sheet. But of course you can use 2 sheets to do it. Okay then, that's pretty much it. Yeah, this was fun and interesting, but it's all about the no-bake cookies today because they do take time to do. And I'll put the recipe under details for you. That's all I've got to say right now. I hope you have a nice day. I hate to end it like that. Have a great holiday. And relax and take it easy. And I'll see you on the next one. And it's going to be another healthy snack. This one's going to be salty. A salty snack. Not too salty, but much healthier than, potato chips. I think you know where I'm going with this. I grow it out in the garden. So God bless you. God bless America. Have a great Labor Day. Goodbye for now.